What's going on, guys? So something I want to start doing this year is just picking a few plays each game from the Pistons and breaking down some plays I really liked from that specific game. We'll do it more often when the regular season starts. But here's 4 plays from last night's win against the Phoenix Suns. This first one's going to start with great defense from Isaiah Stewart to force the miss on Kevin Durant, which is really nice. Cade active on the boards, gets the board. Stop it right here. Instead of Cade dribbling up the court and attacking the transition defense himself, that was a really nice kick-ahead pass, something I don't think he's done too often in his career. It's not that he just doesn't do it, but I don't think he's made it a purpose to do. That was a great kick-ahead pass here to Jaden Ivey, utilize his speed and get him an easy bucket. That's something that Cade probably should do a lot more of this year. Utilize Jaden Ivey's speed and quickness and his ability to attack and transition. Kick-ahead pass doesn't even have to be a wide-open dunk like this for Ivey. Even if Ivey was like right here, Cade gets the rebound, kick it ahead to Ivey, let Ivey attack a recovering defense. I think that's a really good way to utilize Ivey and get him some easier buckets and really get some easier transition offense for the Pistons. So that's the first play. The second play here is another example of this. The Pistons get a steal underneath the rim, and Cade doesn't take too much time at all dribbling the ball. He takes about 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, and immediately kicks it ahead. Another kick-ahead pass to Tim Hardaway Jr., who doesn't take any dribbles here. Kick-ahead pass immediately, no dribble, immediately touch pass. Jaden Ivey, another easy bucket for Jaden Ivey in transition. Utilizing Jaden Ivey's speed, athleticism in transition, again, letting him attack a recovering defense. This is somewhere that Ivey can really be lethal for the Pistons if they really allow him to hurt other teams in this area. And I really like the fact that Cade, through preseason so far, has really utilized kick-ahead passes and allowed Ivey, a Duren, a Ron Holland to get some easier buckets in transition instead of it all having to be him every time. Here's another play right here that I wanted to point out. Incredible spacing here. You got Tim Hardaway Jr. in this corner. You got Tobias walking up to this wing. You got Cade kind of at the top of the key here. And Jaden Ivey's going to run this empty corner pick and roll here. Incredible spacing. Gives Ivey a lot of options to work with and a lot of spacing to do whatever he wants. Comes off the screen. Wide open midi. Something that we've noticed from Ivey so far in preseason. His jumper looks a lot more compact, a lot more fluid, a lot more balanced. There's times over the last few years I've talked about it where it felt like his shots, he was almost parallel with the ground because his feet swing, his body's kind of all over the place. Something you've seen so far in preseason, you'll see in this shot. Very compact, very on balance, and a really nice shot here. Doesn't fly around all over the place. Really nice shot for Ivey here, and a really nice set from the Pistons. And here's the last play that I really liked here. Another just example. Incredible spacing by the Pistons, something they'll be able to do this year that they just weren't able to do much of last year. You got THJ in this corner. You got Tobias in this wing. You're going to see Cade at the beginning, if we can go back. You're going to see Cade at the very beginning of this clip pointing to Isaiah Stewart, telling him to get to this empty corner and really space the floor out. So you're going to see Stu go out over into this corner, space out KD. You got Cade over in the left wing spacing out. I believe this is Josh Okogie. And you're going to allow Ivey, who was a pretty decent isolation player this past year. I believe he had about 86 attempts and finishing around the 68th percentile according to Synergy in isolation. You give him a spaced out floor with options at each spot on the floor for a kick out jump shot. Doesn't need to attack the rim here. He settles with a pull-up three-pointer. Again, a really nice compact shot. But more so than the shot being made, just the fact that Pistons can utilize a lineup like this where you have spacer, 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 spacer. You can allow either an Ivey or you can allow a Cade to really attack this spaced out of a court where you don't have guys helping so hard at the nail like you had last year for the Pistons. Either if this is Cade or Ivey, this is a really spaced out floor and really gives the Pistons the best chance to have really good offense. So these are 4 plays I just really liked from the Pistons during their game last night. Good signs from the Pistons in preseason. Some plays I really liked. Yeah.